No pension, no 401k. Here are 7 powerful strategies you can implement right now to retire comfortably, even if you're starting from zero, and finally stop worrying about your financial future. I get it. You look around and everyone seems to have their retirement all figured out. Your neighbors talk about their pension checks. Your brother-in-law brags about his company match, and you're sitting there thinking, what about me? Maybe you worked for small businesses your whole life, or you were self-employed, or you had to cash out retirement accounts during tough times. Whatever the reason, you're approaching your 60s or already there, and the traditional retirement safety nets just aren't in your corner. But here's what I want you to understand right from the start. You're not doomed to struggle. You're not behind in a race you can't win. There are concrete, proven strategies that can transform your situation, and we're going to walk through them together today. But first and foremost, maximize Social Security strategically, because this is likely going to be your foundation. And most people leave thousands of dollars on the table by claiming it wrong. If you can possibly delay taking Social Security until age 70, you'll increase your benefit by 8% for every year you wait past your full retirement age. I know what you're thinking, but I need money now. Here's the thing, though. If you claim at 62 instead of 70, you could be looking at 40% less money every single month for the rest of your life. Let me give you a real example. Sarah worked as a hairdresser for 40 years, no retirement plan, and was planning to take Social Security at 62 for about $1,400 a month. Instead, she picked up part-time work at a local salon, lived frugally for a few more years, and waited until 70. Now she gets $2,400 monthly. That's an extra $12,000 every year. Over a 20-year retirement, that's $250,000 more. Your first step? Create a My Social Security account online today and see your estimated benefits at different claiming ages. Look at those numbers and really think about whether working a bit longer or finding ways to bridge the gap makes sense. The second crucial step is to become a housing strategist, because your home might be your biggest untapped asset. If you own your home outright or have significant equity, you have options most people never consider. A reverse mortgage isn't the scary scam it used to be. The rules changed in 2013 to add major consumer protections. With a reverse mortgage, you can convert home equity into monthly income without selling your house or making payments. You stay in your home, and the loan isn't repaid until you move out permanently or pass away. Now, it's not right for everyone, but for someone with no other retirement savings and substantial home equity, it can be a lifeline. Take Jim and Carol from Ohio. They had a house worth $300,000 with no mortgage but zero retirement savings. They set up a reverse mortgage line of credit and now pull out $1,500 a month. Combined with Social Security, they're living comfortably in the home they love. Alternatively, consider downsizing strategically. If you're sitting in a 4-bedroom house you raised your kids in, selling it and moving to a smaller place or a lower cost of living area could free up $100,000 or more. Invest that wisely, and you've just created your own pension. The practical first step: get a home equity assessment and talk to a HUD-approved reverse mortgage counselor, or research housing costs in areas you might consider moving to. Third, embrace part-time work in retirement, but do it smart. This isn't about working yourself to the bone at a job you hate. It's about strategic income that doesn't feel like a burden. The retirement landscape has changed. 65 today isn't what it was 30 years ago, and many people find that some form of work actually enhances their retirement by providing purpose, social connection, and yes, crucial income. Here's the key though. Find something that aligns with your interests and energy level. Love dogs? Become a dog walker or pet sitter through Rover and make $30 to $50 an hour on your own schedule. Good with people? Seasonal retail work during holidays can bring in several thousand extra dollars. Have a skill like bookkeeping, writing, or handyman work. Offer services on a flexible basis. Margaret, a retired teacher with no pension, tutors students online for $40 an hour, working just 10 hours a week. That's $1,600 a month, doing something she loves on her schedule from home. The beauty of this approach is you're not dependent on it forever. Work in your 60s and 70s while you're able, and that income can help delay Social Security. Build some savings and reduce the burden on your later years. Start by listing 3 skills or interests you have, then search freelance platforms or local opportunities that match. Fourth, slash your fixed expenses ruthlessly, because every dollar you don't spend is a dollar you don't need to earn. I know this sounds obvious, but most people don't truly audit their spending. Look at your big 3: housing, transportation, and insurance. We already talked about housing, so let's talk cars. Do you really need 2 vehicles in retirement? retirement? Could you get by with one reliable used car instead of making payments on something newer? Car payments, insurance, registration, and maintenance on even one vehicle can easily cost $600 monthly. Cut that in half, and you've just given yourself a $7,200 annual raise. Now, insurance. When's the last time you shopped around for car, home, or health insurance? Most people overpay by hundreds monthly, simply out of inertia. Medicare enrollment requires careful planning, but choosing the right supplemental coverage could save you thousands. Call an independent insurance broker. They work for free on commission from insurers, and have them analyze all your policies. Then look at subscriptions and memberships, cable, streaming services, gym memberships, magazines. They add up fast. Ruthlessly cut anything you don't use weekly. John and Patricia went through this exercise and found they were spending $430 a month on things they barely used. They cut it down to $90 and redirected that $340 monthly savings into a high-yield savings account. In 5 years, that's $20,000 plus interest. Your action step? Pull up 3 months of bank and credit card statements tonight and highlight every recurring charge. Circle the ones you genuinely miss if they disappeared tomorrow. The fifth strategy is to create multiple small income streams instead of searching for one big solution. This is the new retirement reality. Diversification isn't just for investments, it's for income too. Maybe Social Security provides $1,000, part-time work brings $800, a small rental income from your basement Airbnb adds $500, and dividends from a modest investment account contribute $200. Suddenly you've got $2,500 a month from 4 different sources. None of them alone would be enough, but together they create security. This approach also protects you. If one stream dries up, you've got others. Consider the sharing economy opportunities that didn't exist even 10 years ago. Rent out a parking space if you live in an urban area for $100 to $300 monthly. List a spare room on Airbnb for short-term rentals. Drive for Uber or Lyft during peak hours if you enjoy driving. Sell crafts on Etsy if you're creative. Each small stream might only contribute a couple $100, but stacked together they build a livable income. Rita, 67, combines Social Security with renting her garage to a neighbor for storage, selling handmade quilts online, and occasional house-sitting gigs. None of these feel like work to her, and together they fund her life. Write down 5 possible income sources you could tap into, no matter how small they seem. Sixth, invest what you can, even if it feels impossibly small, because compound growth works at any age and every dollar counts. I know you're thinking, I'm 65, it's too late to invest. Wrong. If you're 65, you might live another 25 or 30 years. That's enough time for investments to grow meaningfully. Even if you can only invest $100 a month, do it. In a moderate growth scenario of 7% annually, that $100 monthly becomes $43,000 in 20 years. Start with a target date fund or a balanced index fund. Low fees, automatic diversification, and simple. Avoid getting fancy or taking big risks. You don't need to hit home runs. You need steady, reliable growth. If you get a windfall, a tax refund, stimulus check, inheritance, don't blow it. Invest 75% of every windfall. Frank started investing just $200 monthly at age 62 after selling his 2-large home. 8 years later, he's got over $25,000 invested, which now generates about $1,500 annually in dividends he reinvests. It's not millions, but it's something he built from nothing, and it's still growing. Open a Roth IRA if you have earned income or a regular brokerage account, and set up automatic monthly contributions today, even if it's just $50. The seventh and final strategy is to get absolutely clear on your needs versus wants, and build your retirement around sufficiency, not abundance. This is where the mental game matters. Our culture pushes this idea that retirement means cruises, golf club memberships, and eating out constantly. For some people, sure, but for you right now, retirement might mean something different and equally fulfilling: simple pleasures, time with grandkids, pursuing hobbies, volunteering, staying active in your community. The question isn't, how do I maintain the lifestyle I always dreamed of? It's, what does a meaningful, comfortable life actually cost, and how do I fund that? Run the numbers honestly. If you need $1,800 monthly for housing, food, utilities, insurance, and modest entertainment, and Social Security provides $1,400, you only need to fill a $400 gap. That's doable with the strategies we've discussed. Create a bare bones budget, what you absolutely need to survive comfortably, and a modest budget that includes small luxuries. Knowing these numbers eliminates the vague anxiety and gives you a concrete target. Track every expense for 1 month to see where your money actually goes, then build your baseline budget from reality, not guesses. So let's bring this home. You started this video worried because you don't have a pension or a 401k, but now you've got a roadmap. Maximize Social Security by delaying if possible. Leverage your home equity strategically through downsizing or reverse mortgages. Embrace smart part-time work that doesn't feel like drudgery. Slash your fixed expenses without mercy. Build multiple small income streams. Invest whatever you can starting today and get crystal clear on what you actually need to be happy. These aren't pie-in-the-sky fantasies. They're practical strategies real people are using right now to retire comfortably without traditional retirement accounts. Will it be easy? No. Will it require some sacrifices and creative thinking? Absolutely. But you're tougher than you think, and small steps really do lead to big changes. You can do this. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more retirement strategies, and drop a comment telling me which of these 7 strategies you're going to implement first. Your future self will thank you for taking action today.